In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my fragrance tray for the month of October. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And for my returning subscribers, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as you may realize by now, this will be a no-face video. Sorry, I know y'all don't like those, but I don't look that cute right now, okay? So we're here for the fragrances, so that's what we're gonna talk about. So first up, we will be doing a recap of my September tray, and then I'll show you guys what I'm putting on my October tray. So we're just gonna start right here at the front. So this first fragrance is Alien Goddess Intense. This is a salty, like coconut, vanilla, and floral. And I put this one on my tray to try to use up or put a big dent in. And I did put a big dent in. I probably could have used it up, but I just didn't reach for it a ton. I probably wore it like 3 or 4 times, but I did enjoy it. It's a beautiful kind of summery scent, an easy wear, and I wouldn't be trying to get rid of it except for the fact that I have so many other fragrances in this same class, but it is a beautiful fragrance and I would recommend it. Next up is Joe de Peau from Serge Lutens. This is a warm, bready scent that has this kind of transparent nature to it. So even though it's a gourmand, it's not full on 100% edible. It kind of has this deep muskiness to it as well. And I really enjoyed wearing this month. I think I wore it maybe around 3 times. And it gave me feelings of comfort, gave me some coziness, and it just smells really good and unique. And although, like I said, it's gourmand leaning, it's not too thick or too sweet or anything like that. So even though it's still hot here, I was able to wear this and feel very comfortable doing that. And this is just my spray atomizer of it. So this is a bell jar, so you can either apply it with the top, but I decanted some into this travel spray that I pretty much used up. So yeah. Next up is 100 Silent Ways X. I remember putting this one on the tray to use for date nights, and I did wear it out at night one time, but I really enjoyed it. I did get a few compliments on it. It is a white floral scent. Well, first, let's talk about the original 100 Silent Ways. So the original 100 Silent Ways is like a fruity floral. It has like peach or nectarine and then some white florals and this sweetness to it. So 100 Silent Ways X is like that, but then it has kind of this leathery note to it. So imagine that like pretty girl floral mixed with a leathery note. It's really nice for nighttime, especially as the weather cools down. And yeah, I did wear this one time. I do have a little spray. I decanted myself a sample to take with me when I went out. So I'll put that back on my shelf as well. But I really enjoyed wearing it this month, but I only wore it the one time. Next up is Sun Force. One of the reasons I put this one on the tray is because I wanted to get to know it more. And I don't feel like I succeeded in that. I know I like it, not sure I love it. It smells really good to me, but I just haven't found myself reaching for this. So I'll be reorganizing my fragrance collection soon. And I think I will move this to a different spot so I can just try it more often, because I think I only wore this like one time this month. But it is a spicy scent. I think it has like a tuberose note in it as well, like a spicy tuberose. It has this sunny vibe to it and a lot of depth to it. So yeah, I did enjoy wearing it the one time I wore it, but I still feel like I don't know this fragrance well enough. Next up is Juice Superfusion, and this is a milky, musky type of scent, but it also has what smells like some sort of molecular or aroma chemical note in it that gives it this airiness. It is really nice. It also has these spices to it. So the spices in here are like, I don't know, I feel like I can pick out cardamom, but there's other spices in there as well. But then you mix that with this kind of sweet, milky muskiness and that airy, molecular type vibe. And it's just very unique. I did enjoy wearing this. I wore it a lot, actually. I think I wore it to bed. I wore it to the gym. I wore it out just running errands. So I really got a lot of good use out of this month. Next is Banana Banana from L'Artisan Parfumer. This is a fragrance that is all about banana, but like the banana leaf or banana tree. So you have that sweet kind of banana fruit vibe, but then you also have like a very mellow greenness to it. You have an ambery base to this. You have a little bit of warm muskiness to this. I love this fragrance. It's perfect for spring, summer, but I also find that I can wear it in the fall too. In the winter, well, in my winter I can still wear it, but like if you live in a place that's like really cold winter, I'm not sure how it would hold up. But if you live in a place that has the type of climate where I live, I could wear this year round. It's beautiful. I tend to reach for it more when it's hot because bananas just remind me of hot weather. But yeah, I really enjoy wearing this past month. Next up is Orza. This is another one that I wanted to get to know a little bit better. And I have to say, unfortunately, I only wore this one time. It is a like fruity oud scent. It has just like a mix of different tropical fruits, I feel like. So it gives you that juicy fruitiness. And then I feel like there must be some oud in the base because there's this definite darkness to it. It also has a caramel note that gives it a good amount of sweetness. This one is interesting to me. I only wore it once, but I still really enjoy it. So I actually feel like I could wear this year round. I'm glad I put it on the tray because I had kind of forgot how this fragrance wore. Next up is Light of Grace from Thomas Cosmala. And this fragrance I put on the tray because it was one that I had never worn. And I have to say, it didn't really do it for me like I thought it would. I think I wore it 2 to maybe 3 times, but it kind of comes off like a rose oud fragrance, which I knew, but like a rose oud that's kind of light, not very sweet. Has this kind of aromatic nature to it, but there's also like an ambrette note or something that gives it a bit of a muskiness, and I don't know about it. Like, I like it, but I don't think I love it. So I think I'll be putting this fragrance on pause until it gets colder. I don't think it was too heavy when I wore it. It just felt like it didn't fit in this hot weather that we're in. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to hold this. I'm not going to make a quick judgment on it. But if I try it when it's actually cold and I still feel like iffy about it, then I'll be getting rid of it. I think it's a nice scent, but I just felt like it didn't feel like me when I was wearing it. So this next fragrance is Louis Rouge from Christian Louboutin. This is a beautiful, easygoing vanilla cardamom type scent. I think it has a woody note in there too. I believe sandalwood maybe. But yeah, it's a slightly powdery scent as well. The cardamom in here is very smooth. So if you're not a fan of cardamom, I don't think that should stop you. It just gives it a little bit of extra something, you know. And the vanilla in here is not really a gourmand vanilla, but it does have this beautiful light powdery sweetness to it. This is a gorgeous scent, really easy to wear. I wore this. I didn't write any of this down or anything, but if I had to guess, I think I wore this maybe like 4 or 5 times. And then this last fragrance is Mercurial Cashmere, which I absolutely loved having on my tray. I think I wore this one maybe about 4 times, I think. Don't quote me. But this is a beautiful, hard to explain scent. It is a soft and texture scent. It has some vanilla in for sure, but it also kind of gives off these grapey vibes at the beginning. It has this like soft cashmere like feel to it where, you know, you get that warmth but not the heaviness. That name honestly really applies to this fragrance. So I really, really enjoyed wearing this. I'm glad I put it on the tray because I feel like I fell more in love with it. And there was times where I was gonna wear this, like I was thinking I want to wear that, and I forced myself to wear something different. But that's a really good sign because I couldn't get enough of this. I kept smelling it and everything like that. So really glad I put it on the tray this month. So here's my empty tray. So we're gonna go ahead and do my October fragrances. And if you don't recall, I pick fragrances that I wanna wear and then I put them into categories to make sure I have something that fits every occasion. So the first fragrance that'll be going on the tray is the fragrance that I picked for my day-to-day, everyday, easy reach type scent. And for that, I chose Tonka Cola from Mancera. So this is a soda type scent. It does have Tonka in there as well. That gives it a little bit of depth, a little nuttiness. But overall, it's like a nutty soda type scent. So if you like something like Dr. Pepper or root beer, this kind of goes in that direction. Not fully though. I think this is more spicy than it is sweet. But yeah, it definitely gives soda vibes, and it's just something I haven't worn in a long time. So I decided to go ahead and put it on this month's tray. My next category is my special daytime fragrance. And for that, I picked Soie Malaki. So for this category, I like to pick something that I can wear, like if I go on a day date or if I'm just going somewhere besides like the grocery store and stuff like that. So I picked Soie Malaki. And before we get too far into this video, let me just let y'all know I assign these categories, but I wear the fragrances whenever I want to. But I just like to make sure that I have at least one fragrance that'll fit like most of the times that I would need to wear a fragrance. Hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, Soie Malaki is a silky rose and chestnut fragrance. It is a very pretty girl scent. It's one that I really enjoy and I love the smell of. However, I'm still not sure that it's completely 100% me, but it's kind of the me I would want it to be. It's very elegant, and y'all know sometimes with me the elegant scents don't get as much love, but I like to have a pretty girl fragrance on the tray, and I feel like this fits the bill. It's interesting as well. It's not boring. It's just like a very pretty girl scent that could work for a ton of different ages. So I'm looking forward to getting to know this fragrance more. The next category is my bedtime or cozy scent, and I decided to go for BDK Rouge Smoking. I love this fragrance and I love to wear it to bed. I also like to wear it in the house when I'm just trying to be cozy, and so I figured I might as well pull this one out. So this is a cherry fragrance, but it's more like cherry root beer type of fragrance. I don't think I really realized that I was doing two kind of soda type scents, but anyway, this one is definitely more. It's less soda, but it definitely gives those cherry root beer vibes, but then it has this beautiful vanilla to it as well. So if you like something like Hypnotic Poison from Dior, I think you would like this. To me, this is more of like a cherry take on Hypnotic Poison from Dior. It's beautiful, and I also find that this is one that right now, like even though we're in fall, we're still having pretty hot weather. This is one that can give me fall vibes but not be suffocating. It actually performs really well in the heat. And I actually feel like it performs better in the heat than it does when it's really cold. So that's why I decided to put it on the tray for this month. This next category is my night out scent. And for this category, I decided to go for one of my favorite fragrances that does not get enough play. This is Grand Soir. So this is a beautiful amber scent. It has some vanilla in there as well. It has this resinous vibe to it, and it has lavender in there. And it's just gorgeous. I love this fragrance, especially for cold weather. However, I want to put it on this tray now, even though it's not really cold yet, because I feel like I can get away with it because it's done in this kind of airy manner. It's not thick and suffocating. It definitely smells fall-ish, but I don't feel like it's going to be too heavy as long as I don't overspray it. This is a pretty strong fragrance in my opinion, but when I spray it lightly, I find that I'm able to get away with it. So I put this on here for my night out scent because I feel like this is just nice, especially for a fancy night out. The next category is a date night in, and the fragrance that I chose is Mallow by Sora Dora. So this one is a beautiful, like gourmand, like fluffy violet type scent. This is one that I really need to get to know more. I love the smell of it. I think I paid for this one myself. I remember they sent me something and they sent me a sample of Mallow, and I immediately ordered Mallow. So this is one that I paid for myself, but I do have a discount code if you're interested. But it's a beautiful scent, but where it's located in my collection, I don't wear it much. And so I felt like this would be a good time for me to get to know it better. And it definitely gives me like kind of cozy vibes, but like special cozy. So that's why I put it in the category of like date night in. The next category is my gym / clean girl scent, and the fragrance I chose for that is Mont Blanc Signature. So this is a fragrance that gives me a tangerine but like milky musky vibe. It's really pretty, it's airy, it has this brightness to it, very easy to wear, and it's one that I don't wear enough, honestly. I remember that some people say this gives off a creamsicle vibe, and I can definitely see that when it first is applied. However, when the fragrance dries down, it definitely becomes more musky than like creamsicle. But a really pretty scent, and I'm hoping to get some good use out of it this month for a gym or just when I don't know what to wear. The next category is a fragrance that I want to use up or put a big dent in. And the fragrance that I chose is Bake by Acro. So this is a bright, zesty lemon gourmand scent. It is beautiful. However, I don't find myself reaching for it a ton. I think it's because I have a lot of fragrances in this category, and I feel like this category became very popular either last year or this year. But before it became popular, and this is not like, this is no shade at anybody, but before it became popular, it was already a category of scents that I love. So I already kind of had those ones that I go to before this one came out. And so I think that's why I just don't think about it too much, you know, like it's a beautiful scent, but I just don't think about it too much. So I think that I'm ready to use this little bottle up. And I don't know if it will be a repurchase in the future, but it definitely won't be anytime soon. But it is a gorgeous scent, especially if you like lemony gourmands. This next category is a fragrance that is a brand new fragrance or one that I've never worn. And so for this one, I picked Music for a While from Frederick Mall. So this is a fragrance that I have never worn. I have had this for probably at least 3 to 4 months, and I have never worn it because of where it's at in my collection. And so yeah, I'm putting it on the tray because I want to get to know this. From what I remember or what I can smell, like just from the atomizer, it seems to be kind of a lightly sweet, musky fragrance that has this kind of like fruity background to it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, y'all. Like I said, I have not worn this and I need to get to know it. So that's why it's going on the tray for this month. The next category I have is my wild card. So the wild card is just a fragrance I want to put on the tray just because I want to put it on the tray. And last month I picked out 2 wild cards for the month, and I decided to do that again. That gives me a nice round total of 10 fragrances on the tray. So the first wild card fragrance I have is Portrayal Woman from Amouage. This is a beautiful jasmine scent that has this tobacco note in it that gives it a very smoky vibe, a very interesting vibe. The jasmine in here to me is not indolic, but it definitely feels very warm, but it doesn't go like that dirty smelling jasmine, but it's definitely not the clean, sharp jasmine either. It's a beautiful fragrance. For me, it's kind of one of those pretty girl fragrances, and with that, I don't wear it very often. So I haven't worn this in a while, and that's why I really wanted to put it on this month's tray. I really think it'll do well in the fall as well, because even though it's a white floral, I think this is kind of too heavy for the summer. I think the ideal time to wear this is spring and fall, or maybe even winter, depending on where you are. And then my second wild card is Kamra by Lattafa. This is a fragrance that when it came out, it was compared to Angel Share, but I decided to get it a while ago because people kept saying it's its own fragrance, and I totally agree. I think it's its own fragrance. It definitely gives me Angel Share vibes, but it doesn't smell like Angel Share. To me, this is more of a syrupy, sweet, slightly spicy dates scent, like the fruit dates. Whereas Angel Share is for me like kind of like boozy apple pie. So I think they are completely different. And it's one that when I got, I liked it a lot, but I don't wear it very often. I have all my Middle Eastern fragrances together, and I think I need to change that because I literally never look up there. So I decided to put it on the tray this month and just, you know, get to know it a little bit more. All right, guys, so this is my fragrance tray for the month. I'm really excited to wear these fragrances. If you do fragrance tray videos, leave me a link to your fragrance tray because I love to watch those types of videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All the links for all the products will be in the description box below. Make sure before you leave, you like this video, you subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.